am Steven George, okay, President of the American Football Federation of Uganda. And we are here today to launch the Africa Zone series happening this Sunday, 12th November, at the Legends Ground here in Lugogo. And with me here with some of our partners for the game this year. On my right is a Dawn from Pardon My Cheese Stick, and I also have Coach Billy, who will be helping us with the coaching team, and also is a coach player, so he'll be helping us with the technical to ensure that we beat Kenya.
Yes.
And I also have Isaac from FHNS, our sponsor on the sports medicine side, will be helping us with the medical side of the game. So we are very ready for the game this year, and the Kenyan team, they should be ready. And this year's African Zone Series is also qualifier for the World Championships happening next year, August, Finland. And these are all preparations for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, where we hope Uganda to feature for the first time ever in the flag football games in the USA. And with this year's Africa Zone Series, we are positioning Uganda as a key country in the development and the promotion of American football in Africa. In East Africa, Uganda is doing very well. We have taken the initiative to also take the game to the neighboring countries such as South Sudan, Burundi and Rwanda. And we want to have a very competitive region in as far as American football is concerned. So we're hoping for the best this year, and we hope we shall have very good results. And we shall also be having a return leg on the 12th of December this year in Nairobi, where we shall still play against Kenya. And the results therein will determine whether we shall participate in the World Championships in Finland. But we are very optimistic about our performance. The team is ready. Been training for quite some weeks now, so we're very sure that we shall be positive.
Yeah, so me and Billy, we work for yes. So Billy and I, we work for a company called Barstool Sports. It's a very large media company in the U.S. And we partnered with one of their sub companies, Pardon My Cheesesteak, as well as High Sprint Ministries, which is a church group in Houston, Texas, to try to raise some funds to get football equipment out here for this game. I'm also a video content creator, so we're here to kind of film a documentary about the growth of American football in Africa. Football is the #1 sport in America. People live for football, they breathe for football, they die for football. But many people don't really even know that the sport exists outside of the United States. So I think our audience back home will be fascinated to see people playing out here in Uganda. And I think American football has a lot to offer Uganda as well. We grow up looking up to players like Tom Brady and Blake Bortles, not just for what they do on the field, but what they have accomplished off the field. I really think it's a character-building sport. And I'm excited to have my coworker Billy here. He was a very good football player in college, and he's gonna help us. He's gonna help us beat Kenya. I hope so. Do you have any words to say, Billy?
Yes. Uganda for having Donnie and I as guests. Your country has been very kind to us in the short time we've been here. I'd like to say thank you to Stephen. He's set us up, and I really love this country. It's very green. The land is beautiful. The people are beautiful, and I really appreciate you having me. I'd just like to say I'm very impressed and surprised on how good of talent I've already seen from the Ugandan team. There's a lot of great raw talent here. And one thing about American football is that there are many games, there's many sports in the world, but American football isn't a game. It's really a lifestyle. And when you put on the pads and play, it is different than anything else in the world. It is a union of teamwork, intelligence, execution, discipline, and strategy that is unlike anything else on this planet. And I think part of that makes it very important to spread the game around the world because it can offer so much. It can give discipline, it can give hard work ethic, and so much more that really helps you grow better as a person day in and day out the more you play and the more you participate. You think of sports like basketball, soccer, one player can really be the difference. But the thing about American football is you need a team. You need every single person working together to win. And I already see that Uganda has an integral team. They're very tight. And I think with that, I cannot wait to go out there and work with everybody to make sure that we execute the best game plan so that we can beat Kenya on Sunday, because I will not let this country that's been so nice to me not let Kenya come in here and beat you guys. So on Sunday, we're going to go out there and we're going to make sure Kenya does not leave with the win, because we're going to get the win. And once again, thank you so much to Uganda for having us, and this is an amazing program. I cannot wait to help spread and build up this program for years to come. And thank you, Pardon My Cheesesteak, for help sponsoring this. And cannot wait to get out there and start going with the guys. I'm anxious right now. I want to go out there right now and just start working with them. Sitting here talking. Just want to get out there and play some football. Thank you.
To reiterate what Billy said, football is the one truly team sport because every single player out there, has an opportunity to make the biggest difference in the game. I know we're in a country called Uganda, but football, it's not about you, it's not about you, it's not about you, it's not about you, it's not about you. It's about we. And we Uganda beat Kenya.
I think on behalf of FHNS, I do appreciate the President of American Football for collaborating with FHNS. I'm called Isaac Gabriel Otuk. I'm a medical personnel by profession, and FHNS is our main vision for the last 8 years has been to accelerate access to sports healthcare in not only Ugandan athletes but also African athletes as a whole, because to create sustainability in sports development in Africa, one of the key factors that need to be worked on is and I'm very proud of Steve for accepting to take on the mantle of collaboration with FHNS so that we ensure that athletes in the national team and then also athletes in grassroots American football are taken care of in terms of health and safety while the game of American football goes in Africa. I'm also very appreciative of Don and his team for coming on board and supporting the game of American football. As a sponsor, I believe of sports medicine for American football. I believe we shall get a win on Sunday, and we are very, very happy, and we shall do our best to ensure that the athletes are safe while they take charge in beating Kenya for us. I believe our good friend who is going to participate in the game will be strapped up and will be ready to represent Uganda while they take on Kenya. Thank you so much.
I can play too if you guys need me.
All right.
We're delighted to partner with Yes, sorry, well. Look, good morning once again. My name is Kenneth, and I'm the marketing manager for Vision Group, and we are very honored to partner with General for this game, for the Africa Zone 7 series. We all know that American football in Uganda is something that is not very popular, as big as football and rugby. But thanks to this, we are going to ensure that the game becomes big. And I encourage everyone to come here on Sunday to watch the game. It's just 10,000 shillings. Come and see how the game is played, how we're going to beat the Kenyans. Thanks to our American friends here who are going to help our team that's over there that's training. So I encourage everyone to come through. The games will be shown live on Urban TV, so you can tune in to Urban TV. If you don't have a TV, you can download our app, a mobile application, which is Guide or Vision Digital Experience, where you can catch the games live. So I encourage each one of you, even for those young ones outside there, especially the young ones. American football is something that's growing. You have seen the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is something very big. Ghana's, I don't know, it's one of the most watched matches worldwide. So I encourage everyone to come, get a feel of how American football is played. Never know, one of these days you may see a Ugandan in the Super Bowl final, and that Uganda may be you outside there watching right now. So we encourage each one of you, please come, parents, bring your children, come and watch this game. Encourage them also to participate. It's not a very rough sport because they're well padded. There's lots of gear. It's not as rough as rugby, but it's a very beautiful sport. It's full of adrenaline. So I encourage everyone, please come. We'll all be there, and let's come and have fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. This is the regional qualifier for the World Championship, and currently the region, it's Uganda and Kenya, actively participating in the game. And as I've said, that we have taken on the mantle to ensure that the game is spread out throughout the region. Countries like Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and South Sudan. We already taken up the initiative with the respective governments to ensure the game, is nurtured and taken up seriously by relevant authorities. And also, the other countries also are taking part in their regional qualifiers for the World Championship. Ghana will be playing Cameroon next week, and also we have Morocco playing Algeria. So there are lots of countries taking up in this, but theirs is not the African Zone Series. African Zone Series is just like the Victoria Cup between Uganda and Kenya. This time around, we decided we talked with the International Federation to allow us to use this as a continental qualifier for the World Championships happening next year in Finland, August.
Okay, so what I hear you say is that the results between Ghana and the other nations will not affect your going to the World Championship for as long as you beat Kenya.
Our international participation in Africa has really been very low, and I think we shall have at least 3 African countries participating next year's World Championships. Also considering the fact that last month American football became an Olympic sport, so there are lots of countries now putting in so much focus into the World Championship. And it's going to be very, very tense for other continents like Europe, Oceania, Asia, and Americans. So, but for Africa, we are sure we're going to beat Kenya hands down. Last time they beat us from home, but we put in the work, and I'm sure the players are going to do a very good job for us to take the win and also to represent us next year.
Okay, just clarify on how many series Uganda has played, and also take us through the depth of the squad you're taking to the challenges. Series?
This is the second edition of the African World Series, and it's an annual event. But of course, next year we expect to have countries like Egypt, countries like Ivory Coast, South Africa, who have confirmed their participation next year. And we summoned a list of 27 players. But of course, during practice, we've got some players that got injuries. So right now we have 19 players who are still in shape. So I think we're still good to go for the zone series. We're still very okay in terms of numbers. So 19 is a good number, but we expect at least to have 25 players aside for the zone series.
Maybe how many countries in Africa are currently taking on this sport?
Right now, there are around 17 African countries. Out of the 54 African countries, we have 17. But right now, I think Egypt is doing very well as far as the game is concerned. And Nigeria, they're still in flag, but I'm looking so much into tackle. Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Uganda, of course, Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, DRC. All those countries are participating into the game. But I can assure you that we as Uganda were doing very well as far as the development of the game is concerned. If you can compare us to other countries, we've been here now, I think we're coming to 5-6 years now. The countries that have been playing since 2007, like Kenya, they've had the game since 2007, but we're almost at the same level now. So that shows that we're putting in so much work to develop the game, and at least in the next 3-5 years, we expect to have a home for American football in Uganda here. Plans are underway to do. We're going to partner with Choose My Stake to see how we can raise funds to at least put up a facility that we can call a home as a federation.
And maybe apart from the qualifiers, any plans of an African championship or something like that?
Yes, we shall be having. We have our congress this month in France, and those are the things that we're going to talk about. It's an elective congress where we're going to elect the new continental director for Africa. So those are some of the things that we need to put in place, and we are going to talk to the president of the International Federation, and we believe next year we shall have a world championship, a continental championship in Cameroon. Compared to last year, and they've gone through some series of camps. Not only this one. 3 weeks ago, we had a camp with a former NFL coach, George Connick was here. We had a very good time with him, and we believe we were taking this. And after this, we shall also prepare for our return leg in Nairobi on the 12th of December, where we expect to win on a back-to-back, yes.